there are other things that you can do and you'll be able to find. Like for instance, like this is stupidly pie in the sky, but like imagine if you're able to partner with the winery to make your own wine for that vintage for that year, and with them, and you partner for it, and you sold that through it, and you got an actual percentage of sales through that, and you pushed it. Like now, you probably don't have a brand big enough for them to warrant doing it just yet, but that's just yet. Yeah. So you say like next year, like, or the year after, like, you start to think about these real brand, like real opportunities where you've got proper ownership in a product or service, and it ties into the thing that you're doing. Yeah. I watch a guy called Linus Tech Tips on YouTube, and I don't know if you've ever seen him, but like he sells these screwdrivers, and I obviously bought one. They're like $70 US. He sold 120,000 units.
Jeez. Wow.
Oh my God.
120,000.
What do you always say? If you have the right tool, you can do anything.
Yeah. I grew up doing maintenance.
Oh, this is a fidget toy. I'm a marketer. I don't need a screwdriver. Like, this is a fidget toy.
Absolutely.
It's a really expensive
and it's on your desk. That is hilarious.
And I love what you said too, because one, we've kind of realized that too, especially with brand deals, unless you have 15 different partners that are consistent, that are month to month, you could have 5 brand deals one month and none the next month. And so the idea with that we've kind of been discussing and talking about is actually English, or having like a teaching English membership, or doing something with that to where we had, let's say if we had 100 members or 200 members and we're doing these different things for teaching English, because there is a big section of our audience that is asking us for English content, asking us to help them with English. And so we've kind of thought about pursuing that as like our core, we know we're getting around this much every month for this business of teaching English. And then the brand deals and everything else is just, more of on top of that and ancillary to what we're doing.
No, I love it. I think it's great. I think like a teaching English course is a proper product that adds a lot of value to people. And it isn't just something that, it's not the other one of like, how do I move to Spain, right? Which is
and we would love to do it like around Spain. So like people are taking English classes from us, like in these small villages, like in these, like kind of like a travel video English lesson.
And we've had a lot of ideas around that, but one of them is kind of not necessarily using time for money in terms of like we're teaching online group classes, but like coming up with a way to give people like daily English lessons that are, things that they aren't necessarily going to learn in the classroom, and just that kind of like daily content and kind of, all that.
Okay. Awesome.
Man, that's so good. Let's go. I'll tell you the strategy. So first of all, Knox study. Have you watched Knox study? KNOX, like Fort Knox. Knox study. Okay. Yeah, he is a British guy. He does English as a second language courses. Like he's got a school. Channel's awesome. I've been watching him since 2020. I've learned so much from him about English. Like I know so much more about the language because of him. But he does all that content, but then he has a school where he teaches people, right? So you may even need that channel to be separate as a fully focused channel. Yeah, it might just work better for the algorithm because it's more niched and it knows where to send it. Absolutely. But that doesn't mean you can't use your main channel to talk about the journey of building that business on the side, right? And you're getting everyone excited by like, hey, we're building this thing, like this is where it is. And then you'll have 2 brands. You'll have the brand of you guys as the creators and entrepreneurs, and then you have this like full-on one. So that is something. That is one way you can incorporate into your main one. The channel would start to change. So I'd be a little bit nervous around that because it sort of limits you then, I guess, if that business fails or doesn't work quite right. But then there's like the course selling is there's like plenty of methods to do it, but like what you got to be careful with some of them. Like they're just terrible. Like people don't know how to structure a course right. They don't actually really teach anyone. They're not really any structure. The platforms are pretty terrible. Like they're real like I don't know. They're real like corporate-y sort of like, when you're in like corporate job and you have to do like an e-learning module, they're like those sorts of things, right? And it's like this is the worst thing in hell. I don't want to do this.
That's literally we want to do the opposite.
Yeah, because our whole brand is fun, and our whole thing is like we want to have fun. We want you to have fun watching.
Let's learn how to go like in the couch and on the couch. Like Eric, get actually in the couch so they can see. I literally got inside the couch and like in versus on. And like make it fun.
Yeah, exactly. And so
we didn't want to do a course either because we wanted it to be like, we didn't want to start and an end. We wanted like a membership so we could evolve it and advance.
We're not opposed to courses. It's just
yeah.
Well, we have funny enough, we have a client who's called VidZing, and like they're one option, but I'll tell you about so you understand the services that people have out there. Like VidZing is like a self-service build your own Netflix.
Wait, fencing?
It's
like fencing.
A vid, V-I-D. Video?
V-I-D.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
I
a
thought you
Kiwi
said
accent coming
fencing.
through.
Okay.
No, Z-I-N-G. Z-I-N-G. V-I-D. Z-I-N-G. I can introduce you to them if you want. Yeah.
Yes.
The point of it is that they have a self-service build your own Netflix, right? So you can build your own Netflix channel, essentially, is what it is, which usually costs people $1 million to do, right? Minimum.
What?
It's like $20 to $200 a month, depending on it. Like it's not that expensive, and
but
you create a real beautiful channel,
though, right? So we get the Stan friends.
100%. They will. I will introduce you. They will look up, but they will 100%. They will work out like a 3-month deal with you to say, hey, if you're going to promote this journey of you building your channel on our platform, then we'll 100% come to the party there. Like they're not opposed to it. They understand the value.
This is crazy.
So you could build a full-on Netflix channel that has different series underneath it,